was attacked, chased out of the premises for trying to be heard. We went to Meru, and I need to talk about what happened. Remember when we asked who sat in a room and said yes to destroying Imenti Forest? We went to find out, and honestly, I wish I could say I was surprised. The Kenya Forest Service, the body whose entire job is to protect our forests, they let the machines in. Against 2 court orders, trees fell, an ecosystem damaged, elephant cults put at risk. And when they got cornered by the public outrage, they called a public participation meeting. After the fact, we were at the grounds, and what we witnessed was orchestrated, deliberate, and deeply telling.
And when it has come, I won't be offensive to say this, it's like raping a willing woman.
Kenya Forest Service only talked about the airstrip, but the silence around the state lodge and the golf course was deafening. Politicians and community leaders stood up and called opposition to this project a betrayal of the Meru people. They called those defending a water tower traitors to their own community. Then a local artist and environmentalist stood up with 7,000 signatures from Kenyans who said no to this project. He was attacked, chased out of the premises for trying to be heard. Anyone who rose to oppose the project was blocked, silenced, or chased out of that room. And in the middle of all of this, a court order arrived suspending the forum. Kenya Forest Service refused to accept it and continued anyway. That Cabinet Secretary Deborah Baraza, whose job is to protect our environment, has said nothing. Nothing. And the Forestry Permanent Secretary, the man whose sole responsibility is to protect forests, auctioning them out for development. This is not just Imenti. This is a plan for every forest. Imenti Forest holds water. It feeds rivers that reach millions of people who will never set foot in Meru but drink from it every single day. This forest shelters newborn elephant calves and has done so long before any of us got here. This forest hid and fed the Mau Mau fighters who slept under its canopy during the fight for this country's freedom. It carried Kenya's independence in its shadows. This forest has stood for generations. Communities have farmed around it, prayed in it, buried their people beside it. This is what an airstrip, a state lodge, and a golf course are being weighed against. Here's where we are right now. On the 30th of July, this is back before the Environment and Land Court. Not some meeting Kenya Forest Service convened to tick a box. A judge. The forest is still standing. The orders are still holding. The court is still watching, and so are we. Because you do not fight this hard to silence something that is losing. You do not refuse court orders, block civil society, chase a man with over 7,000 signatures out of the room, and hide a state lodge and golf course behind an airstrip because you are confident. You do it because you're afraid. And you should be. Airstrips do not belong in indigenous forests. Sign the petition.